The partial regression quotient of the street condition, the traffic approaching condition, and the public administrative condition is very small. On the other hand, the environmental conditions is very large. What does this mean? This means that the street condition, the traffic approaching condition, and the public administrative condition are not as important as the environmental condition in the market-specific value inferences. The environmental condition has the most influence on the market-specific value. Of course, this is true of Shirahama town, which belongs to the rural area, and it is not necessarily true of any municipalities. Why does the traffic approaching condition have only a small impact on the market-specific value inferences? It seems because of motorization. The importance of the closest railway station has become smaller and smaller in recent years. Almost every home in the local area has a car, and it is more convenient to travel by car. It is also one of the reasons why there are fewer railway systems. The commercial area in front of the railway station doesn't prosper as it did in the past. In the days when the car was uncommon, the area prospered mainly because of the souvenir stores. In those days, the area functioned as a commercial center of the town. The closer the subject place was to the railway station, the more business it had. This tendency is no longer true. This is one of the reasons that the traffic approaching condition has only a small impact on the market-specific value inferences. The number of passengers in this station were 1,600,000 annual in 1992. But they are no more than the half in 2004. You may be surprised by the fact that the ratio of the street condition in the market-specific value inferences is smaller than you think. X1 means the street condition. By building standard of Japan, a building cannot be built in the area if the width of the road is less than 4 meters. The gap rate must be very large according to whether the width of the road is more or less than 4 meters in theory. But in this analysis, it isn't really very large, very small. The reason is considered that a part of the influence by the width of the road is included in the environmental condition. Though it isn't so much as multiple linearity, there are few places in which the width of the road is more than 4 meters in the farmhouse area in Japan. On the other hand, in the usual residence area where there are many detached houses, most of the houses face the street, where the width is equal to 4 meters or more. For example, suppose that there is a 1-point gap in the traffic approaching condition, X2, and there is also a 1-point gap in the environmental condition, X3. We tend to take it for granted that there is a 1-point gap in either condition, and each gap is on a level. However, as stated above, each gap isn't equal in Shirahama town because the ratio of the traffic approaching condition in the market-specific value inferences is much smaller than that of the environmental condition. We often compare an inference with another one without noticing this difference. If we misunderstand the market-specific value inferences, it has a bad effect on the general value inferences and the property-specific value inferences. Please look at this figure. When we grasp the market-specific value influence excessively, we estimate the general value influence or the property-specific value influence too little. On the contrary, when we grasp the market-specific value influence too little, we estimate the general value influence or the property-specific value influence excessively. So I will show you the characteristics of the general value influences and the property-specific value influences on this term. There are a lot of leisure homes, resort condominiums, and hot spring hotels, as well as a large-scale theme park, which has giant pandas in this town. This town had been very busy as a tourist resort, but since the collapse of the bubble economy, the business has declined. Large Japanese companies used to have many resort houses in this town. Now, most of these houses have been sold, and there are some bankrupted hotels. Although there are some surviving hotels, they don't contribute any efforts to invigorate the local economy. The guests of the hotels can receive every sort of service from the hotels themselves. So restaurants and amusement facilities in the town don't have a lot of customers. Shopping stores are open for business, but are doing virtually none at all, even in big cities.